Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're going to be diving into something that sounds a little bit boring at first, but stick around, it is actually a massive deal. Tariffs, and more specifically, how are they shaking up the entire aviation industry, and how big names like Boeing are feeling the pressure. In today's video, we're going to be breaking all of that down. Alright, so what exactly are tariffs? In simple terms, a tariff is a tax placed on imports or exports between countries. Governments use them to protect local industries or to respond in trade wars. But in aviation, this kind of move creates, well, you could say, some turbulence, especially for manufacturers like Boeing. So, Boeing builds all of its planes in the US, but it doesn't mean that all the materials that they use is made in America. A lot of raw materials that go into making these aircraft, like aluminum and steel, are imported from places like China, Europe, and Canada. When the US imposed a 25% tariff on imported aluminum and steel, Boeing's costs went up. Not by a little, but by millions of dollars per aircraft. Now, just imagine adding, like, let's say $40 million to the cost of a Boeing 787 Dreamliner just because of trade policies. That is insane. And it's going to have some major effects on a bunch of different airlines, especially low budget airlines that don't get much funding or make as much money as they used to before. So, how does this ripple across the industry? So, let's say Boeing's production costs rise. That means that the price of planes are susceptible to increase. And airlines, when they have to pay more for aircrafts and more for planes, guess who eventually has to pay for it? Us, the passengers. So ticket prices can increase, or flights may cut back on buying new aircrafts, slowing down innovation and sustainability goals. They also might add more fees and hidden fees, and they might reduce or increase the price of in-flight customer service, such as Wi-Fi. They might raise the prices of their Wi-Fi service as well as their snacks and onboard meals on the aircraft during flights. Now, here's where it gets even trickier. Boeing's biggest competitor is Airbus, based in Europe. Now, those are the biggest competitors in aviation history. Pretty much everything they do rival each other, specifically their aircraft, like the 737 and the A320, like the A340, 757, and for the biggest and main ones, the 777 and A350. Now, those two are the biggest competitors in aviation history, and now a lot of airlines are starting to retire their 777 fleet to replace it with the Airbus A350. For example, Japan Airlines has started doing that. So they are a very big competitor. And if Airbus doesn't face the same tariff on materials, they can build planes for cheaper and offer better deals for airlines. And that is a major advantage. In fact, while Boeing stocks are slipping during trade tensions, Airbus stocks hit high records. Not good news if you're a Boeing fan. Now, let's not forget about supply chains. Aircraft parts come from all over the world: Japan, Germany, Canada, and more. Tariff on components or sudden restrictions could mess up timelines, raise costs, or delay deliveries. And in aviation, delays equals big money lost. So, what happens next? Well, if tariffs continue or escalate, Boeing could lose market share, and airlines might lean towards Airbus or even upcoming competitors like Comac in China. That means fewer American made planes in the sky. Trade wars might sound like politics, but in aviation they affect jobs, ticket prices, and even what planes you fly on. Tariffs may seem distant, but they're already reshaping aviation, affecting manufacturers, airlines, and even passengers. It's a reminder that global politics and air travel are way more connected than we think. Now, if you found this video helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe for more content on aviation and the industry behind it. And if you learned anything new, leave a like and comment down below what you learned. Now, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Altitude Aviation, out.